Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction to read-through for Omniscient Reader, at least chapters 245 and 246. Don't know if I'll do any more. I'm already a bit behind today, so if they're super short, I'll do more than two, but if they're kind of like, 10-15 minutes each, then maybe I'll just leave it at two, because again, it's not like we're insanely far behind, even just doing a couple chapters a week, really. So, either way, I'm excited to continue. This arc has been like the best so far. Last time we got Dal Uriel and Yu Jung-hyuk, which was amazing. So I can't wait to keep reading. Let's see what we've got. And we got the reveal of the Duke. It was neat seeing him finally revealed. He's been hyped up a bit. I really hope that he's a cool antagonist and all. So we'll see how things go. Either way, this one starts with Constellation Nouveau. Right, we ended on the Constellation Nouveau Snake Boss. Declares they'll give coins to any citizens that kill the collection slaves. That's where we ended. Oh, BU so cute there with the little, blush. And now everyone's shocked. Some rando is coming in and ruining everything. This guy immediately grips axe with malicious intent. Wait, what do you think you're doing, Mark? Hey, are you serious? That's not the way. Just because they're collection slaves doesn't mean they've lost their intelligence. Some of them surely are still cognizant. Most of them already sold their souls to the Duke. But not all of them. You know that too. They're basically already dead anyway. Let go. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss is excited by the intensified conflict. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss declares he'll bestow 3,000 coins, that's not even that much, on the incarnation who kills the most collection slaves. Let's kill them. We've got to live ourselves. Exactly. Eileen, let's just kill them all and leave. Out of my way, Mark. If you don't move... Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss declares he'll bestow 300 coins for each fellow citizen killed. Dokja should be just like, you know what? I'll take you up on that. You were just gonna kill people anyway? Bye. Wait a minute. Okay, now it changes. Now your attitude changes when the coins are on your head. That's right. This is what scenarios are like. So they've been living without the scenarios, thinking they had it so bad, then as soon as the scenarios come back, they see. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss is enjoying the Incarnation's reactions. And of course this is why Dokja hates the Constellations, because they just come in and sacrifice people's lives for their entertainment immediately. Kim Dokja thought to himself, there's nothing that can't be stopped. He goes in and grabs the guy, lifts him up by his collar. 300 coins for this body. Sir? Coins are great, but don't you think it's too small a sum? At 300 coins a person, if you kill everyone here, that might come to about 10,000 coins. He said he'd give you 3,000 if you also kill the collection slaves, so altogether that'd be 13,000 coins. Sure, that amount is nothing to sniff at, but what will you all do with 13,000 coins? At best, you could buy a few weak skills and some mediocre gear, and the coins would be all gone. So, what was your next move? I don't... Mr. Revolutionary, Now that a channel's open, constellations will come flooding in. Don't sell your story for a few measly coins. If you really must, at least get paid for what it's worth. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss glowers at you. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss displays strong anger towards you. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss requests a bounty hunter scenario. Revolutionary? Bah! Other Dokubis would have allowed a bounty hunter scenario without hesitation, but BU wouldn't do that. Bah? And we have the crackling of probability. Bah! Bah! Then, Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss requests a bounty hunter scenario. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss requests a bounty hunter scenario. Despite the common misconception, Dokubis don't intentionally stage the most sensational scenes possible. As born streamers, they have a strong instinct to want to create the scenario that the majority of beings desire. All Dokubi have those instincts. BU's currently fighting against the instinct to accept the request of a constellation subscribed to the channel. It's okay. It must be even harder for a baby Dokubi like BU to suppress that instinct. There's more than one subscriber to this channel. And then we have the Lord of Salvation. Constellation Demon King of Salvation doesn't agree with activating a bounty hunter scenario. The bounty hunter scenario request was denied. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss is appalled. The story you want isn't here, Snakehead. We're busy, so get lost. Okay. Chapter 41, Real Revolutionary Part 1. Okay, so we're on to a new chapter. Did you see that? The Demon King of Salvation, the constellation that was on Earth, seems to have come to our channel. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss has blown their top. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss is furious that a mere incarnation looked down on them. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss resents the fact that Constellation he's never even never seen or heard of opposed his plan. Looks like this guy's pretty angry now. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss looks around to find the Demon King of Salvation. Plus, he doesn't seem to know that I'm also the Demon King of Salvation, Dokja thought to himself. Another one of the mouthless panels. Whoever the one member of the crew is just loves them so much. I'd better call some constellations to the channel now. That way, I'll have the upper hand in the Demon King selection, which will follow the revolutionary scenario. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss starts to ask the constellations around them about the Demon King of Salvation. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss is surprised by the rumors he hears about the Demon King of Salvation. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss claims that he has seen the Demon King of Salvation. Luckily, he's spreading rumors for me. If the secretive plotter were here, he'd have talked me up with some sort of message about how he admired my plan. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss calls his clique to join him. New constellations have entered the channel BI90594. The constellations reveal their modifiers. The new constellations reveal their modifiers. Constellation Nail-Eating Rat is looking for fingernails of fallen incarnations. Constellation Dog Who Threw Himself into the Flames is curious about the channel's incarnations. It's like a zoo in here. I guess even that type can become constellations. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss warns the Demon King of Salvation. Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss declares that the 12 Zodiac Nebula is taking over the channel. Okay. So these are the actual members of the Eastern Zodiac. Okay, whoop-de-doo, Dokja thought. Now that there are more subscribers, there just needs to be more variety. We need a constellation that will manage the quality of the channel. To find someone like that, and we see Hayoung. Hayoung, what are you doing? The unidentified wall flinches in surprise. I'll kill you if you mention the Demon King of Salvation to other constellations. I was just going to brag a little that I got a message. You'll get punished for that. The Demon King of Salvation is a scary guy. You know the Demon King of Salvation well? Are you close? Close enough that I can tell on you if you screw around. Are you going to tell? Depends on what you do. And then we have the typical scary Dokja face. Now, Constellation Nouveau Riche Snake Boss is looking for somewhere to vent his anger. Constellation Nail-Eating Rat is curious about you. When night falls, assemble all the nobles. Pardon, but as you wish. The channel was opened without any notice. I don't know what Dokubi was behind it, but I can't let this opportunity go to waste. Constellation Nail-Eating Rat wonders how strong you are. It's odd having constellations with a snake or rat in their modifiers, but they're constellations nonetheless. I may not know the circumstances, but this is a golden opportunity. If you don't plan to face the revolutionary, when the plant currently can't... You don't plan to face the revolutionary when the plant currently can't even operate, do you? If all the other executioners die, The revolutionary will gain the power to kill you. Of course, that is, if the man running around were the real revolutionary. What do you mean? Never mind that. Have you decided on whose side you'll stand on? Pardon? I'm Gilabot's Marquis. Have you decided? There's an overwhelming advantage in the Demon King selection for the Duke that first gets a channel, and Siswitz has the strongest story in the 73rd Demon Realm. He stands up and bows. Hail the new king of the Demon Realm. So Gilabot might show up eventually being like, hold on, I'm being betrayed. And now we have a recap of the scenario. And that's where we end with our usual recap. Alright, so honestly, my voice isn't feeling the best. I'm going to do one more for sure, obviously. But unless it's really short, I might just end the video at 2:46. We'll see. If it's really short, I'll go to 2:47. But if not, I might just end at 2. Sorry again, my voice is just not feeling super the best right this second. But I'm going to get some water and go to the next chapter. Starting 2:46, we see some more of the scrap heap. Okay, Eileen, Mark, please take care of the collection slaves. And BU, could you jam the channel for a bit? No good can come from our animal friends hearing what I'm about to say. Hyung, how many constellations are you talking to right now? About 3? One's the Black Flame Dragon, I suppose. Who are the other 2? Actually, it might be more like 5? 5 of them? To be more accurate, I'd say 9 or so. 9. The true catfish. That needs to be Hyung's modifier. Well, if I include ones who take a while to respond, it might be 15? The unidentified wall has a few special features, one of which is the one-on-one chatting that Hyung gained access to recently. It's an amazing skill that allows him to send messages to any being with a modifier within the Starstream scenarios. You talked with 15 people in that short amount of time? It wasn't that hard. It's difficult for me to even talk with one person. I feel ya, Dokja. But why do you ask? I wanted to call for someone. Who? Kim Dokja thought to himself. I can't control the guys I need to call with my own strength right now. It was such a struggle to get this far, he thinks. Sure, the darn scenarios are tough. But honestly, the constellations were the roughest part for me. All those darn bounty hunter scenarios, plus it was that fate they imposed on me that led me here to the Demon Realm. But do I really want to call one of them here now? Again, that's true, he hates the constellations as a whole so much, but are there going to be constellations that he, gets along with eventually, or that he doesn't hate? Sure, there are good constellations out there, but that doesn't change the fact that they're constellations. Why aren't you saying anything? Is it a good idea to call them again? Are you worried about something? Tell me, I like to listen to people's stories. It should be someone who likes listening to stories. Yu Jung-kyuk is a hotshot, so this new character should be someone who tasted the bitterness of reality. Jung-kyuk doesn't really listen to others, so maybe the new person should be a good listener. And we have Dokja's comments leading to Hyung's existence. Is Hyung yet another technically child of Dokja? Dokja's getting around. He had Hyung with TLS 123. He had BU with Byung. Then, the results of my comments was a character whose eyes can see the stars of the world, and whose ears will listen to their stories. Jung Hyung. There were some people I thought were bad. I thought they were all bad in general. Some of them would bully others and talk trash about them, and some of them committed truly horrendous acts. It sounds like you really hated those people. I thought I did, but I'm not so sure anymore. Some of them were better than I thought, and others even acted differently than I'd known them to before. This is a really, really good scene. And I also love how it kind of calls back to before, where he had an idea of who Jung-kyuk was and what Jung-kyuk went through from reading, but then he realized during the catastrophe scenarios, he was like, actually being here and experiencing it in person shows me so much of what Jungkook lived through that I didn't understand from just reading. And it's like doing this again, where he had this idea of the constellations through reading, but now actually living it, actually being present in it, from the constellations that have been with him from basically the beginning, he's learned that there's more nuance than he thought from reading alone. I don't know which version is their true selves. I can no longer decide which part was reality or how much was fake. It's tricky for me to understand your issue exactly. But doesn't that mean you want to know more about those people? What? They seemed like bad guys, but some of them might actually be good. Basically, you started to expect more from them. Did it sound that hopeful to him? If that's the case, you just need to keep talking with them. If you do, you may find out whether they're good or bad people. There's no point in talking to them. Why? It's just... And it pains him. I think everyone surrounds themselves with a giant wall. Yeah, opening himself up to constellations would be opening himself up to be hurt incredibly badly. But also, by not opening himself up, he'll always think of them a certain way. We may be talking like this right now, but you know it too, right? The fourth wall stares at you. What we can share with each other is extremely limited. Without something like a wall, none of us would be able to bear it. We'd be so sad if we shared everything only to face doubt and rejection. That's why everyone has a wall, and complete communication is impossible. And we see Huiwon and Sangha, Dokja in his own, Gil-young and Hyunsung. But there's a simple solution. You can just write on the wall. Huh? There's somebody else on the other side of the wall, right? Whether it's paint or poop, just leave something on that wall. Then the other person can recognize it. What's the point of that? There's not really a point. What's important is that you left something there. But others won't know what's on the opposite side of the wall. Still, the wall could have changed. And someday, someone might read it. And we have him smiling, drawing on it. Man, this is one of the best scenes in the entire series so far. Did you give advice like this to the constellations? Huh. Well, I think I understand a little why those constellations opened up to him. Okay, Hayoung, could you contact this guy? Who? And we have a huge crash that gets their attention. The fifth night has fallen, and the entire industrial complex is up in flames. Crazy play. There's a fire in the industrial complex? Tell all the citizens to gather together. And then we just now have Real Revolutionary Part 2. And we have all these people just destroyed here. The gathered nobles are going out and just slaughtering them, I guess. Kim Dokja wondered, just what are they planning here? Never mind. I should think of the positives. This might actually be an opportunity. Hayoung, take care of the executioners. Don't take on any of the other nobles yourself. Got it. And then he realizes something. He sees, is that Gilabat's envoy guy? Are you the revolutionary? Marquis Ombris. It's Ombros, not Ombris. You recognize me, but aren't running away? I thought you were destined to have a long life, but you're not as bright as I thought. Sure, I'd have run away if I thought I'd lose Ombris. I said it's Ombros. Okay, so maybe he's using information he knows from the novel to get under his skin to help himself. Bookmark number 5, Kyrgios Rodgrame has been activated. Ugh. Personal skill miniaturization level 3 activated. Personal skill electrification level 11 plus 1 activated. Brilliant explosion. We have named attacks. And it's tossed toward Dokja. And we get cliffhung there. Crazy cliffhanger. That's a wild one. I will do one more chapter though. I don't want to stop here. I want to do one more. So let's go to 247. And ORV really just keeps dropping new scenes, new chapters that I just absolutely adore. Last chapter was so good. That scene with the walls was incredible. And just Dokja going through what he was going through internally is like, that's such a good struggle to write into this. And then having Hayoung's perspective on it from someone who's been talking to the constellations, really cool. We see the attack coming in. This might be a short chapter too, because we might be getting into some action. We have an eruption from the throne attack. The place is still burning. I feel like this is very bad for like everyone. Like even if you become Demon King of what? Everything's on fire. Then again, I guess a Demon King might be used to things being on fire. You slippery rat. Constellation Nail-Eating Rat detests Stephen Umbrasa's remark. I was just thinking that. Okay, I love that that was written in. That's so good. Just die. We have multiple attacks coming in. Dokja taking his fist and then punching and sending lightning through the attacks. Huh? And it reaches Umbras. And did he just electrify him into nothing? Oh my god. Constellation Nouveau Snake Boss is shocked by your power. And everyone starts cheering. You've used too much power for your incarnation to handle. Revolutionary! Revolutionary! A significant portion of your incarnation's been damaged. Drat, there it goes again. New constellations have entered the channel. And we have more of the demon nobles coming in. They're crawling out here, even without their plant. This is basically the Duke bringing about the scenario's end with his own hands. The revolution's right before us. Just a little bit more. And he's caught off guard by something. We have more rumbling. And another explosion toward the center of the complex. Taking him really by surprise. Whatever's going on. Is it going to be a giant robot? Oh my god, it's a giant robot. And then it's letting steam out from its mouth. The plant is operational? How? And we have this insane attack from the giant robot, sending Dokja flying and careening through buildings. Kya! He's left in rubble. Your incarnation stories have been gravely damaged. Consume a new story or enter a main scenario. Constellation Nouveau Snake Boss enjoys seeing you in that state. Constellation Nail-Eating Rat takes pleasure in your hardships. A minority of constellations hope you struggle with even more torturous pain. Drat, I barely got the channel open, but none of the constellations are on my side. Just how did they activate the plant anyway? And he's shocked by something else? Constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband looks at you closely while tugging his hair. He's here, and he's still tugging his hair. What? And then he remembers him. Wait a minute. The Great Sage really came? Constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband squints at your clothing. Maybe he can't recognize me because of the story covering my face. Prisoner of the Golden Headband? Prisoner of the Golden Headband looks at you. It is me. And then we get the title splash, Real Revolutionary Part 3. Prisoner of the Golden Headband is astonished by your identity. Constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband asks how you managed to stay alive. Constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband wonders why you're in a place like this. Constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband, Great Sage, I'm so happy to see you again. And he's surprised. I love this panel. Constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband opens and closes his mouth for a time. Constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband repeatedly tugs at his hair. And we have a hair gifted to him. Is this the Great Sage's hair? Your understanding of the character Prisoner of the Golden Headband increases slightly. The fact that I'm here is a secret. You know that, don't you? Constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband nods. But how did you... Yu Jun-hyuk, are you okay? Right, I'm still Yu Jun-hyuk. I guess it's about time I tell Hyung my real name too. Constellation, prisoner of the Golden Headband, makes a puzzled face. How's it going out there? Not good. They're bulldozing the industrial complex looking for you. We have people screaming as everything's crushed. What about the executioners? There's only one left now. He keeps running away, and we still don't know the real revolutionary, yeah? Make sure you get him. That's the only way to get the Duke. And then there's some sort of probability storm with his body. Hey, are you okay? Your damaged story is falling apart. The exile penalty has begun again. The structure of your incarnation is in danger. Be you. Bah! And then View snaps their tiny fingers. I love it. A new sub-scenario has arrived. Sub-scenario Story Mending. Difficulty D. Clear conditions, recover your damaged physical incarnation, structure above a certain level, time limit none, reward none, penalty for failure none, participate in the sub-scenario, or participation in the sub-scenario alleviates the exile penalty. Participation in the sub-scenario alleviates the exile penalty. Are you okay? Constellation, prisoner of the Golden Headband, is interested in how you used the scenarios. You've received 800 coins. Got the super chats back. Obtaining a sub-scenario delays the destruction of your physical incarnation. Where's Eileen? She should be helping Mark with helping the citizens evacuate. And now we have the Claw still coming in at more of them. And crushing them. Everything going very badly. Is this the end? He screams as he's being taken in. And I guess, you know, the factory just grinds people up and uses those stories to power itself. Duke. And it's, I forget his name already, who's being held. Ambrose? No, something like that. He's dropped in and ground up. Alright. So, next time, we will be dealing with the giant robot. Okay, very fun. And we still don't know the real revolutionary, right? So, either way, fun time, as usual. I enjoyed it a lot, and I hope you did too. I have a lot to do to get this video up, so thank you for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of these chapters, my first thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more Omniscient Reader, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. If you'd like to help support the channel by sharing or by dropping a super thanks, that's very much appreciated. And if you would like to help support the channel and help me keep making videos, get One Piece videos a bit early, by becoming a member or patron, just hit join down below to become a member. Go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you to people who are already members and patrons: Chosen Regulars Evan Hawley and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls, Efranono, J.A. and the D-Ban, Cheriton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, SGA and Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements, Pater Dial, and Elsa the Storyteller. Thank you for your support, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.